Cillian Murphy. I loved his performance in Oppenheimer, the Dark Knight series, and of course, Peaky Blinders. Well known for his intense stage presence, intriguing voice, and dedicated approach to his work, Cillian is one of the most respected and sought-after actors in the industry, and you have to respect his down-to-earth approach to life. Described as extremely private, he expresses discomfort with being recognized in public, and even admits to being a little more than embarrassed by it. Saying, "I'm just an actor." He says, "For me, it's just my work." And he gives much of the credit for his success to his wife, expressing admiration for how well she balances his work schedule with raising their two boys. And the lesson? Yeah, work should always be a priority, but never at the expense of family and other important relationships. Tom Cruise. Frankly, the list of his movies and accomplishments is just too long. It's always interesting to me that when we look into the background of those who are rich and famous, how many of them have had to overcome so much? We all know that Cruise is certainly, arguably, one of the most talented, respected, and wealthiest actors of all time, with a net worth of around $750 million. But did you know that Tom Cruise, growing up with dyslexia, considered himself to be a functional illiterate until he was in his early 20s, stating that in high school he could barely read, which required developing a high level of discipline to overcome. Today, Cruise is considered one of the most dedicated and disciplined actors in the world. And the message? Success lies in understanding and overcoming ourselves before we can overcome any real external challenges. Bradley Cooper, what a fun actor. I loved him in Wedding Crashers, War Dogs, and The Hangover, and I love his humble approach, having talked openly about dealing with low self-esteem, saying that when he was a kid, most people thought he was a little girl. Also describing himself as neither the smartest or the coolest kid. And Cooper had his share of challenges in his early career, dealing with alcohol and cocaine addiction, even thoughts of suicide, very clearly stating that alcohol and drugs nearly ruined his life. And then in 2004, with help from his close friend Will Arnett, Cooper gave up alcohol and drugs and his career exploded. Today, with a net worth of over $120 million. And the lesson? You never know where life will take you when you're able to fully focus on what you're truly gifted at. You gotta love Matthew McConaughey. He has this sort of mumbly, too cool for school vibe that, combined with his Texas accent, certainly makes him unique. He got into acting while in college, with his first roles being a music video and an episode of Unsolved Mysteries. But it didn't take him long to become the king of romantic comedies, which is where he built his career and his fame, accounting for his net worth of around $160 million. You would think that someone like McConaughey has lived a bit of a charmed life, but not so fast. He opened up years ago about being on the receiving end of rape and sexual abuse while a teenager, and as a result, suffering through long periods of depression and deep loneliness. And the lesson? You just never know what someone else has gone through and what they had to overcome to be successful. And to quote McConaughey, "It's all right, all right, all right."